What is up, my friends? My name is Equithruby, and I'm back here in Clash Royale with some fun today. My boy Jacob5 from Elite Nation has put together 3 different replays, really spamming some troops. And in this one right here, guys, we're going to see about 150 princesses on the board at one time. This episode is purely about fun. It's so cool to watch this stuff happen, and hopefully you guys enjoy it with me. So basically, they're going to cycle through their cards. They want to get rid of both of the arena towers in all of the rounds that we're going to watch today, and then they're going to put collectors in there in those spaces, and those collectors are going to be raged up, trying to gain as much elixir as quickly as possible. And then the goal is to try and get as many troops down on the map as possible. And as you're gonna see, the princesses, the number of princesses that are dropped on this map is insane. It's so cool to watch, and we're gonna do it right here. As you can see, he's building up his collectors using the mirror card, and he's just gonna continue dropping as many collectors as he can. He'll rage them up, and his opponent is going to be playing the tombstone. So the tombstone is going to keep all of those princesses back so that they can just keep building and building and building until they begin to overwhelm the tombstones, and then they make that surge towards the king's tower, where they really they come in masses. And as you're going to see, I mean, I say 150 princess cards. I really don't think that that's a lie. There are so many on the field between the mirror cards and between the clone spells. It's unbelievable, guys. We're going to see that happening pretty soon. There's a minute and a half left right here. He almost has that second arena tower down, and he's going to start dropping more of those collectors as he builds that elixir up quicker and quicker. And when he gets that arena tower down, there he goes. Now it's good to go. The opponent is going to drop that. He wants to get rid of those princesses so that they don't push the king's tower just yet. Now it's elixir building time, guys, and you're going to see that these collectors are going to be dropped, and they are just going to continuously build that elixir. They're going to go into double elixir time, where they're really going to start getting elixir, and the princesses are going to start to be dropped. Guys, we also have an episode where this is done. Actually, today we have a round where this is done with Inferno Dragons, and where it's done with Sparkys. It is so cool to watch these guys, and like I said, this is just fun stuff. There's no type of strategy in here. This is just for fun, just to see it dropped in there, and I don't really do that kind of stuff often, so I figured today would be a good day to do it. And I thank Jacob5 for being down with me, helping me put this together. Actually, it was all on him, and then he shared a replay, and I was like, that's pretty cool, let's do a video on that. Because I don't really spend time doing this kind of thing myself, so I rely on my boys to do it for me, and that's exactly what Jacob5 is doing. Alright, he's got 2 princesses going right there. He's got a third one drop down. He's got 4 on the field right now. I'm going to try my best to keep count, but it's definitely going to lose count. As you guys will see, it's overwhelming the number of princesses. So we're going to overtime right now, guys. There's 6 princesses on the board. They're going to completely demolish that giant. So that's 6 princesses right there. We have a number 7 and a number 8 being dropped in right here. So that's 8 princesses on the board. They're all just standing at the bridge because those tombstone skeletons are keeping them back. So that's, I think, 9 and 10. Watch these guys these princesses just take out that hog. Bam, just beautiful. If this could only happen in game, right? So that's 10. Maybe that's is that 12 right now? I don't know. I told you I was going to lose track. Maybe 14 right now. I'm not really sure. Looks like another collector is going to go down. There's 2 minutes left in the overtime right here, and the princesses are still looking good right here, guys. I lost track of the number, so I'm not going to try to count. Maybe 14 right now. That's a guess. And we're going to have more coming down real quick, and then those clone spells are going to drop, and it's going to get really cool looking. This is nothing compared to what you're going to see in about a minute, guys. It's so cool, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever done this kind of stuff before, trying to build up as many princesses. Or there we go, there's the first clone right there. Look at the power. Look at those arrows hitting the ground and then on fire. So many. Watch this giant get taken down with one shot. Bam! That giant is taken down, crushed, cloned again. I don't know how many archers we have. I would guess maybe 40 archers right there. This is all just guessing right here. He keeps on dropping them. Clone spells are going to keep on coming. Here's another clone, so we'll say that's about 60. I don't even know. Let me know how many princesses you think are on the map at the end of this round, guys. Count them up for me if you can. If you're one of those die-hard kind of people, look at this. More clone spells, more princesses coming. I have to get screenshots of this for the thumbnail, guys. But we have, I don't know, I really literally think there's going to be about 150 of them by the end of the match. There's more of them. Look at this herd of princesses taking down that king's tower. That was awesome. Princesses OP right there. Let's get into the Inferno Dragon one next. Actually, I think that one we have right here. So it's going to be the same type thing, and why don't I double time through the collecting phase. Hopefully I remember to slow it down when time comes. But basically they're going to take down again those arena towers, give themselves a space so that they can work on the building of elixir. The Inferno Dragon one is pretty cool looking too, guys. I think you're going to like it. I'm just going to double time through when all that elixir is being built. Once we get to overtime and double elixir time, I'll slow it down so we can actually see it in action. So his opponent right there, his buddy from Rise of Repubs, is going to be taking that tower down and really just assisting in the beatdown right here. And again, he has that tombstone to really slow down the Inferno Dragons, which, as you know, the spammy type troops that are going to be coming out of that are going to definitely slow down the Inferno Dragons. So he's got 3 collectors, make that 4 down on the map right now. There's going to be a 5th one coming out because of that mirror card over there on the left hand side, and there it goes. And as you know, you can't clone buildings, so we can't clone those collectors. He can only mirror them and then rage them up if he wants. I don't know that he has rage. His opponent does have the rage right there. I'm not sure that he has. So he's got 7 collectors, make that 8. And elixir is building right now, guys. I think it's time for me to start slowing this down. We'll go into single time right here because 30 seconds left. We're in that double elixir, and I'm pretty sure now that Inferno Dragons are going to start being dropped on the map. And as soon as there's enough of those tombstones down, so that those Inferno Dragons don't rush the tower too quickly. And here we go. Inferno Dragon number 1 is going down, and his opponent, his friend there, is going to continue putting down those tombstones to keep that Inferno Dragon back. And here we go. Inferno Dragon number 2. And then we're going to have a mirrored Inferno Dragon. That's 3 Inferno Dragons. I'm going to try and keep track here. It's a little easier, maybe they're a little larger. So we have 3 Inferno Dragons just completely being slowed down. Make that 4 Inferno Dragons. 5 are on the map right now. 5 Inferno Dragons, guys. And all these skeletons, just going to keep them in their place. So we have another one coming right here. There's 6. Mirrored is 7 Inferno Dragons. Continuing to cycle through those cards right now. He's got to get to that Inferno Dragon again. And there's 8, and the mirror is going to be 9 Inferno Dragons on the map at this point in time. There's a lot more coming, and again, when those clone spells are used, guys, that's when it gets really cool. That's 10, and that's 11 if my count is correct. It's probably not. I'm very bad at keeping track in my head while doing things. And now they were cloned, so let's say there's 20 of them on the map right now. The Inferno Dragons are doing some work. There's another one. That's 21. There's 22. All rough numbers, guys. It's pretty impossible to count all this. They were cloned again, so we'll say there's about 40 Inferno Dragons on the map right now. They're going to get just as big as those princesses did, take up as much space. So we're about at maybe 45 right now. We'll clone them again. So let's say 50, 60 Inferno Dragons right now on the map. Let's see how quickly they melt down this giant. I don't even think you're going to see the giant underneath all those Inferno Dragons. You just see his health going down. They're cloned again. Let's say that they are 75 Inferno Dragons on the map. If you guys can pause this and actually get me a count, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know accurate counts of how many there are, because I just can't, guys. Look at this herd of Inferno Dragons. They're starting to push. The skeletons are not enough to slow them down right now. There's a minute left. More of them are coming. Another one being mirrored in as well. This is a huge herd. They're slowly making their way up because those skeletons do a nice job of slowing them down. Clone spell again. Where's it going to be cloned? There we go. And this herd is just completely taking over now, guys. There's no stopping these Inferno Dragons. This is so crazy. I love watching it. And more are still being dropped in, even though the collectors are not there anymore. They're going to take the tower. Watch this tower melt, and there it goes, guys. What a push right there. We'll call that 70, 80 Inferno Dragons pushing right there. Beautiful, tons of fun. Now let's look at some Sparkys. I have them right here. Sparky, the one of the most hated legendary cards in the game. It's actually, I think it may be making a little bit of a comeback. I've been seeing it again on ladder and in challenges, because, you know, Sparky could be a pain to deal with. We all know that. but it could also be easy to deal with depending on the deck you're running. Either way, I could see it coming back a little bit. We'll see what happens there. But he's going to put a bunch of these down on the map as well. Really cool. And then you're going to just watch them knock down that King's Tower with ease because, you know, Sparky OP, guys. We have the giant coming from the opponent right there, just trying to take down that left-hand tower with a little spirit behind. We're in double time right now again, just collecting up those collectors, building up that elixir, and then we are going to get into the true Sparky push. While this is all building up, guys, I'll let all of you know that I've been doing live streams most nights of the week, mostly for Clash of Clans, but I'm actually going to be doing one for Clash Royale soon as per viewer request. I have a lot of friends and fans that are into, I shouldn't, that sounds stupid calling them fans, but people that watch the channel that like Clash Royale, and I'm going to single time it now. And they were asking for me to throw a nice tournament. They actually offered to throw it themselves, which I won't let them do. I'll do that on my own. But throw a nice tournament, let everyone come in and just kind of, you know, hang out and watch. The reason I don't like doing Clash Royale live is because I get angry when I play. I'm not the best at the game, and it frustrates me. I can't really pay attention to my viewers, and it's just me focusing on the game, and there's not a lot of interaction. So that's why I don't personally love doing it myself. But I will throw a tournament. I'm going to do that sometime very soon. Maybe it'll be like a 10,000 subscriber special. We hit 10,000 subscribers about a week, maybe a week and a half ago, and I've yet to do any type of special for it just because I've had so much going on. It will come at some point, and maybe in tournament form. Maybe I'll throw a nice big tournament for everybody in Clash Royale. Come down, hang out, and whatnot. So if you haven't made it down to my live streams, guys, they happen in the evenings, 10 p.m. Eastern time, usually every other night of the week. It's random. I don't have any set times, which is the way that I like it. I want to just keep it as it is. But it is 10 o'clock. You should subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button, that little bell, and you'll know exactly when it's going on. You can also follow me on Twitter at EchoThroughMe, and you'll always get alerted there. And I actually just started a Discord server last night, which maybe I'll start putting a link to that as well, or maybe I'll only share it in my live stream. So if you come to the live stream, you can get the link to my Discord server, and that's another spot to hang out. So here we go, 6 Sparkies pushing that left-hand lane, guys, and they're just beating down any skeletons that come their way. Pretty cool looking. So we have 8 of them right now, no clones used, but I think we're going to clone it right there. I think about 6 of them were cloned, but they were taken out by those skeletons, I believe. So those clones did not get where we wanted them to be. More being dropped in, mirrored in, and just thrown in. And the Sparkies are pushing probably quicker than the princesses or the Inferno Dragons. Their burst is just overpowered. It's so strong. And when they're not being slowed down, there we go. Some cloned ones right there, but they don't have that range and they're not as fast. So some of those clones are being taken down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 13 Sparkies actually pushing that King's Tower. Not as impressive as 100 or so princesses or 75 Inferno Dragons, but you're not going to stop that Sparky push, guys. It's just not going to happen. Let me give a little shout out to Jacob5 on his profile right there. Jacob5, part of Elite Nation, a longtime friend of mine, been in quite a few clans with me, and finally settled down in here. He's the master of bait decks, I like to say, but he's also big into that P.E.K.K.A. control stuff right now as well. But great player. Showed us a lot of fun here today. Guys, thanks for coming down to the channel. I hope you had fun with this. I actually have another deck highlight, an anti-meta deck that's coming out probably tomorrow for Clash Royale. I know I don't do Clash Royale content every single day, but I have this one today, and tomorrow I have another one coming out of a deck that's off the meta because I'm tired of these meta decks. They really annoy me, and it's actually taking away from the game. So I try and play decks that are not just those meta decks just because I don't personally enjoy them. Probably shooting myself in the foot with that, but hey, it is what it is. I'm having fun, guys. But again, thanks for coming down. I appreciate it. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel, set up those alerts so you can hit up my live streams, and leave a comment letting me know how many of those troops you were actually able to count from the episode. I really am curious how many princesses and how many Inferno Dragons were on the map at one time. Guys, hit me up on Twitter at EchoThroughMe, and I'll see all of you back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.